Okay, I'm not praying for the lawn right now, but that may be a good thing to do. But we're going to talk about fertilizing, and I like to use, this is a cat litter container, and if you have cats or you have a friend that has cats, this is a terrific container to store opened fertilizer, other things that have a tendency to pull moisture in and cake up, and then it's no longer of any use. So we're going to talk about how to correctly fertilize a lawn, and it goes to numbers again, a little bit of math, but this happens to be a 10-0-10 fertilizer. And let me tell you what those numbers mean. This is another fertilizer bag for lawn, and you see the prominent numbers, the big bold numbers here, which 1608. This tells you 16% nitrogen, 0% phosphorus, and 8% potassium. Ideally, in Florida, to maintain a healthy lawn, you really need equal amounts. This is okay, but it's better to have equal amounts of nitrogen and potassium. That's nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, always in that order, and this tells you the percentage of each. So the research that's been done in Florida to maintain a healthy lawn, it's critical to have equal amounts of nitrogen and potassium. If you're taking a soil sample, which you can call our office, the extension office, and we can walk you through that. There's several options in taking a soil sample to, again, take the guesswork out of what's needed. But some people use high nitrogen. A common fertilizer that we used to use is 29-3-4. That's 29% nitrogen, 3% phosphorus, and only 4% potassium. And so that's way too much nitrogen for what little bit of potassium is there. So what I have here in this container is 10-0-10. The reason the center number, the phosphorus, is 0 is because we have found through research that phosphorus has a tendency to build up in the soil. It's very water insoluble, where nitrogen, the first number, and potassium are very water soluble. They move rapidly through our sandy soils. You don't need equal amounts. That 1-1-1 ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium that we used to use, like an 8-8-8, 10-10-10, is a mistake in a Florida lawn. And it's actually illegal to do that now, putting out that much phosphorus because of issues with our water, the movement of phosphates into our waters, lakes, ponds, streams. So there's an old adage, a pint is a pound the world around. This is a pint jar, and so if you have a quart jar, a quart is 2 pints. This happens to be a handy, convenient measuring tool for fertilizer. So what I do when I put the fertilizer in this container to keep moisture out, I take the fertilizer, and this happens to be a 10-0-10, but I fold up the bag, the empty bag, so I know, I'm sure of what's in here. And then I keep a pint jar in there as well. So I know what kind of fertilizer I had, and again, this is a 10-0-10, 10% nitrogen, 0% phosphorus, and 10% potassium. So I take 1 scoop of this, not all the way up to the top, but around the shoulder, is as close as you need to get to 1 pound. So a pint is a pound the world around. It really works nicely for granular fertilizer. It's a handy way to measure your fertilizer. So earlier I measured this, and it was about the side yard's about 3,000 square feet. So here's the math. And it's simple, but you can go back and look at this, and or call our office, and we can send you publications on this topic as well, via email or mail you a copy, and any way we can get it to you, we want to help. And so what the math is this: you take the first number, which is 10% nitrogen, you divide it into 100. The number 100 is a constant in this case. So 10 divided into 100 is 10. That tells you that you need 10 pounds of this per 1,000 square feet. And when people do this math, they realize, hey, I've been way overdoing it. This is a pound. So I'm gonna actually measure out in front of you the total amount of fertilizer with this 10-0-10, the maximum amount that you should put out at any one time. So that's one pound, 1 pint, 1 pound, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pounds, 7, 8, 9, and I'm going to stop with 10. So if you have 1,000 square foot area, look how little, I'll put this jar beside it, it would be 3 of these to correctly put out the maximum amount over this 3,000 square feet. This is enough to apply evenly over 1,000 square feet. The higher that nitrogen number is, the more concentrated the fertilizer is and the less you put out. So let's go back to that 29% nitrogen. Let's just round it up to 30. 30 divided into 100 is 3.33. I'd round it down to 3 pounds, 3 pints, 3 pounds. I would challenge anyone to evenly apply 3 pounds of fertilizer evenly over 1,000 square foot area. It becomes almost impossible the higher that number is. So I try to stick with something like an 808. You'll find a 606. You'll find 15015, sometimes a 15215, which has 2% phosphorus in it. But to really know how much phosphorus you need to have the results of a reliable soil test, and we can help you with that. In the next video, we'll talk about mowing, how to mow correctly, the mowing height for the particular type of lawn grass you have, and keeping those mower blades sharp. It makes a real difference in the overall health of a Florida lawn. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. I hope you have found it helpful, and good luck with your lawns. We can help you, and our office is available and open. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at the Extension office in Crestview. We have a satellite office, an annex, so to speak, in Fort Walton Beach at the Okaloosa Technical College. You can call us and get more information. Our phone number is 850-689-5850.